Magandang araw. So, we are now on the third lesson under dynamics of rigid bodies. So, our topic for today is projectile motion. Now, ano ba si projectile motion? Projectile motion, it is the motion. Ito yung paggalaw ng object thrown into the air or projected. Okay? So after an initial force that launches an object and air resistance is negligible and the only force that acts on the object is the force of gravity. So basically, again, projectile motion is the motion of the object. Ang tawag naman dun sa object ay projectile. So under projectile motion, wala tayong air resistance at ang force lang na kinukonsider natin during projectile motion is the force of gravity, which is the gravitational acceleration. Okay? And the path is called the trajectory. Now, there are several points in a projectile motion na kailangan natin tandaan. Okay. So the projectile motions follows this kind of path, a semi-parabolic path. So the general consideration is that our theta or the angle of launch is positive when it is projected upward and negative naman when it is projected downward. Next, the y component of velocity is directed upward, is positive if directed upward and negative naman kapag directed downward. So at any point below the origin, the sign of y is negative or the distance is negative below any point of origin. Okay? So we have three general consideration. Theta is positive kapag ka upward, similar with by kapag ka upward, positive. Okay, kapag ka downward, negative, similar with y kapag ka upward, positive, above the origin, positive, below the origin, negative ang y. Okay? So, yun lang naman. Pataas, positive, pababa, negative. Okay. Now, isa sa pinaka-importanting point is yung starting point. So, the starting point, ang position x natin ay 0, ang position y natin ay 0. And yung ating velocity initial or our VO is broken down into two components, si BOX at si BOY, where BOX is BO cosine theta and BOY is BO sine theta, provided that our theta is measured from the horizontal axis. Kung yan ay sa vertical axis, mababaliktad. Okay? So, ang gawin na lang natin is always horizontal axis ang measurement. So, angle of inclination. Okay? Next, at any point B, sa kahit anong point B, the horizontal component of acceleration ay 0. In this case, wala tayong horizontal acceleration. That is something unique with the projectile. Hindi siya nakakaranas ng horizontal acceleration. And our Vx or the horizontal component of velocity is equivalent to Box. Okay? And x is equivalent to Vo multiplied by time. Since 0 yung acceleration, the velocity of our projectile horizontally at any given point is equivalent to the horizontal component of our initial velocity, Vox. Okay? Ibig sabihin, hindi siya bumibilis. Consistent lang yung kanyang velocity. Hindi nagbabago mula nang itinrow natin hanggang sa marating niya sa dulo. Yun ay para sa horizontal. Pero pagdating naman sa vertical, ang kanya namang acceleration is negative g. Okay? Tinrow mo siya upward, negative g ang kanyang acceleration. Okay? And the component of our velocity at any given point is Boy minus gt. Di ba familiar na sa atin yan? That is your B final equal B initial plus gt or plus 80 rather. So, similar lang pala ng formula. Then, meron tayong y is equal to BOYT minus 1 half gt squared. Yan ay galing kay y is equal to YO plus BIT or YI, Y final, plus 1 half 80 squared. Okay? Then, the last equation is yung sa final velocity, which is by squared is equal to boy squared minus 2gy, and we have a derived formula. Actually, hindi nyo naman kailangan kabisaduhin yung derived formula na to. Yung 3 constant acceleration formula lang yung kailangan yung tandaan, tapos tandaan nyo rin na wala tayong acceleration pagdating kay x. Okay? So again, ang kailangan nyo lang tandaan ay yung tatlong formula ito. B final is equal to B initial plus 80. Okay? S final is equal to S initial plus V initial times time plus 1 half 80 squared. Okay? V final squared is equal to V initial squared plus 2A S final minus S initial. Yan lang yung kailangan natin tandaan. Lahat ng S papalitan natin ng Y. Then, kapag ka Y component ang hinahanap natin, our acceleration is negative G. Kapag ka X component, 0. Yun lang yung kailangan natin tandaan. Okay? Next, at the summit, it is an important relation lang na ang velocity natin sa summit ay 0. Di ba sabi ko sa inyo, pag nag-throw ka ng object upward, momentarily, for a very brief period of time, very short time, magiging 0 yung velocity niya. And these are the derived formula for the maximum height and for the time of flight hanggang sa peak or sa height h. Okay? So again, kailangan ba sir kabisaduhin? Your choice, but I suggest again, ang kabisaduhin lang natin ay yung tatlong formula and itong mga conditions na to, yung ax is equal to 0, ay is equal to negative g, and vy is equal to 0 at the peak. So yun lang yung mga kailangan natin tandaan. And lastly, at a level ground C, lahat ng values natin ay equal kapag kakapantay na ng origin from here to here, yung values ng ating velocity ay equal sa negative. Okay? Negative lang nung ating initial value. So our By here is negative Boy and our V is equal to Vo. Okay? Then, meron tayong derived formula for the range. Range is the maximum distance that the projectile travel horizontally. Okay? Meron tayong T, the time of flight from point O to point C. Okay? And let's now proceed with sample problem. So, lipat lang ako ng screen. So, we are now on sample problems. So, we have sample problem number 1. Sabi dito, a ball kick from point A at an angle of 30 degrees with an initial velocity VA equal to 10 meters per second. Determine the maximum height H and range R it reaches. So, ito yung mga sagot. Try lang natin kung kaya natin siyang palabasin. So, ang sabi ng problem, may bola daw. Oops, lumasog yung aking... Okay? Yung bola, sinipa. So, naging projectile siya. Okay? Ayan. So, ito yung bola, sinipa daw siya at initial velocity of 10 meters per second. So, our BO is 10 meters per second at an angle of 30 degrees. Ang tinatanong sa atin is, what is the range R? And what is the maximum height na na-reach ng ating ball? So, dalawa yung question. Okay, analyze natin yung motion. Pangalanan natin itong, pwede ko itong pangalanan ng point A, point B, at point C. Okay, components tayo ng velocity. Our initial velocity x is 10 cosine 30 degrees. Okay, and that will be 10 cosine 30. We have 5 square root of 3 or 8.660 meters per second. And the horizontal component of our velocity, initial velocity is 10 sine 30 degrees, which will give us 5 meters per second. Okay, now, pwede nating unahin i-solve si H. I-analyze natin si H. Sabi natin, for our H, ang pinag-uusapan natin dito ay height, di ba? So, height. So, therefore, ang kailangan natin gamitin formula is involve si position. Meron lang tayong dalawang formula na involve si position. That is the S final equal to S initial plus B initial times time plus 1 half 80 squared. And then the other one is B final squared equal to V initial squared plus 2A S final minus S initial. Okay? So, ang pwede natin gamitin dito, alam natin na at maximum height, the final velocity of our ball is 0. So, pwede natin gamitin to. Since may final velocity tayo equal to 0, may initial velocity tayo, Our acceleration is negative g. Our S final is unknown. Our S initial is 0 kasi galing siya doon sa ating datum line. So, our Vf squared, so ito gagamitin natin. So, this will be By sa point B. Palitan po natin yung points kung okay lang sa inyo. Palitan ko ng 1, 2, 3. Parang mas madali siyang mag-gets. 1, 0.2, 0.3. So, i-analyze natin yung motion ng ating projectile. From 1 to 2. Okay. Ang projectile kasi, rectilinear motion lang din ito na hinati sa dalawa. Ganito yung nangyari, no? Pag tiningnan natin sa front view, mukha siyang gumagalaw on two-dimensional x and y. Pero imaginein mo, ikaw yung nagbato. Pagka perpendicular or ang kita mo lang dapat dito, kung ikaw yung nagbato, yan ka, shoo, shoo, initsa mo, ang nakikita mo lang, umaangat yung projectile at bumababa. Yun lang yung nakikita mo. Ikaw naman yung ibon sa itaas, nakita mo yung tao, ito yung top view ng tao, medyo kalbo. So, ang initsa niya yung projectile, linya lang yung nakita niya. Okay? Isang diretsong linya lang yung nakita ng ibon. Ikaw naman, pataas lang at pababa ang nakita mo. Yung ibon, isang direction lang, papunta lang dito. At ito yung ating range R. 'Di ba? Tapos ang nakita mo naman ay yung height h. Therefore, dalawang motion nga siya pero kaya natin siyang i-discuss ng gamit lamang yung isang motion. So dito, we can say that our by2 squared is equivalent sa by1 squared, the initial velocity y, okay, plus 2. Our acceleration is negative 9.81 or negative g. Lagay na lang muna natin. Then our S final is our H minus our S initial is 0. That is our datum. So our final velocity at point 2 is 0. So squared. Okay? And our initial velocity is 5 meters per second squared. Plus 2 times negative 9.81 meters per second squared times our height. So here we can say that our h is lilipat. So 5 squared divided by 2 times 9.81. We have here h equivalent to 1.274 meters. So this is the height of the object. Are we clear? Ayun, 1.27. Next, puntahan naman natin yung range. So, para sa range R, pwede natin i-analyze yung motion horizontally. Okay, try nga natin. So, yung motion natin from 1 to 3 na. Okay? So, sabi natin, range naman yung hinahanap natin. Therefore, kailangan natin yung initial position tsaka yung final position. So, again, dalawang formula lang yung involved si initial position at si final position. Dito at tsaka dito. Okay? Now, the problem, alam natin na at this point, yung velocity natin, constant kasi ang horizontal velocity. So, 8.66 meter per seconds. All throughout the travel ng ating material or ng ating projectile, habang siya ay nagta-travel, all the time, ang kanyang horizontal velocity lang ay 8.66. Hindi yun nagbabago since acceleration is 0. Ano? Okay? So, kapag ito yung ginamit nyo, imagine niyo ito ay 8.66 equals sa initial velocity na 8.66. Magsi-0. So, wala tayong makukuha kasi 0 yung other side. Kung i-divide ko sa any value yan, 0 pa rin. So, cannot be. Hindi natin pwedeng gamitin yung pangatlo. I-try natin ulit yung pangalawa. Ang magkakaroon tayo dito ay x. Okay? So, x sa point 3 equals sa x sa point 1 plus the initial velocity times time plus 1/2 at squared. Take note, 0 yung acceleration. Yung ating ax is 0. Therefore, wala na to. So, our formula for x3, which is our range, is equivalent sa x1. Initial position is 0 din, di ba? So, ito ay 0 din. Ang maiwan na lang sa atin ay BOXT. So, yan lang yung formula sa range. Ang problema, merong time. Hindi pa natin alam yung time. Kung titingnan natin yung projectile motion, di ba yung position dito tsaka yung position dito, they are equal, parehong 0. Okay? Yung height natin ngayon ay equal 0. So, pwede kong gamitin yung y component of motion. Kung ito x component, gamitin natin yung y component of motion from 1 to 3. So, gagamitin natin yung y component. Sabi natin, yung y1, yung position 1 is 0 as well as yung y3. Okay? The position 3 is also 0. So, we can solve for time using this formula. Sabi natin that is y3 is equal to y1 plus boyt plus or minus na natin 1 half gt squared. Since ito ay 0, ito ay 0, ito hindi na 0. So, ang magiging value natin, 0 is equal to our VOYT, our VO is 5, multiplied by the time, minus 1 half ng 9.81 times yung time squared. So, makukompute na natin yung value of time here. Ito na yung time of flight natin from 0 ay from point 1 to point 3. Okay, that is 5 alpha x minus 1 half ng 9.81 times alpha x squared. Shift solve. We have a time equivalent to 1.019 seconds. So, yung time of flight from this point to this point is 1 second lang. So, therefore, we can now compute for the range. Range is initial velocity 8.66 multiplied by the time na 1.019. So, the range is 8.66 times 1.019. We have 8.824 meters. That is our range. Okay? And we have now solved this sample problem. Let's proceed with our next problem. So, yung kanina medyo simple lang. Ito, dagdagan natin ng konting challenge. Sabi dito, a projectile is fired with an initial velocity VA of 150 meters per second. So, determine the range R where it strikes the ground. So, may point A tayo, nilagay na rin niya point B. So, ang analysis ng motion natin is from point A to point B. Again, tatlong formula lang ang meron tayo. We have here our final velocity is equal to initial velocity plus AT. Then, we have here a final position equal to the initial position plus the initial velocity times time plus 1 half AT squared, where the acceleration should be constant. Okay? Then our final formula is BF squared equal to B initial squared plus 2A times SF minus SI. Okay? So, i-analyze muna natin yung problem. Since, ano-ano ba ang meron tayo? Meron tayong initial position ng Y. So, our YA is equivalent to 0 kasi dito tayo nag-fire. Okay? Our YB at point B, our position is negative 150. Okay? Our initial velocity, By, sa point A, is 150 multiplied by 4 over 5, which will give us 120 meters per second. Okay? Next. Ano pa yung alam natin? Ito yung alam natin kay Y. Pagdating naman kay X, our XA, syempre, 0 kasi dyan nagsimula. Okay? Our XB, however, hindi natin alam kasi yun yung hinahanap na range, the X distance. Okay? Our V Vxa or our initial velocity at point A is 150 multiplied by 4/5. So, baliktad. This should be 3. Okay? 3/5. So, this is 90. 50/3, 30 times 3, 90. And then this one is 120 meters per second. So, yan lang yung mga given na meron tayo. And also, we have AY equivalent to negative 9.81 meters per seconds. Okay? Sige, let's solve this one. Ang una natin kailangan gawin, since alam naman natin na ang meron tayong data ay po karamihang KY, let's see the formula. Ano ba ang kaya nating i-solve? Okay? Meron tayong final position at initial position KY, may initial velocity, may acceleration. Kaya nating i-solve yung time of flight from point A to point B. Okay? So, pwede pala yan. Kaya rin nating i-solve yung final velocity pero wala naman tayong paggagamitan. So, tingnan nga natin. I-analyze natin yung motion from A to B. Unahin natin yung Y component of motion. Okay? Sa Y component ng motion, pwede nating sabihin na our SF final or ating Y final, YB, is equivalent sa YA plus our initial velocity sa Y, which is point A, multiplied by the time of flight T plus 1/2 ng negative G times the time of flight squared. So, our YB is negative 150. Yan yung ating final position. Our initial position is 0. Our initial velocity is 90 meters per second multiplied by the time of flight T minus 9.81 divided by 2 multiplied by the time of flight T squared. So, here we can solve for the time of flight, which is negative 150 alpha equals 90 alpha x minus 9.81 over 2 times alpha x squared. Shift solve, we have negative yung una kong nakuha, negative 1.5377 seconds or 78 seconds. Wala tayong time machine para bumalik sa oras. So, hanapin natin yung positive. Shift solve ulit tayo. Pili ako ng medyo malaking number. Let's say 30. Positive 30. We have 19.8864 seconds. So, ito yung time of flight natin para ma-reach natin yung range. Now, let's solve for the x component of motion. Pagdating naman sa x component, sabi natin, isa lang ang formula niyan. X is equal to BOX T. Isa lang naman ang formula ng range. Okay? Ng x component. So, our x is, the initial velocity is 120. So, our R is 120 meters per second multiplied by the time na 19.8864 seconds. So, our R is 2386.368 meters. This is our range. Now, before we proceed, meron kasing important na rule dito na hidden. So, parang hindi siya laging nababanggit. Okay? Pagdating kasi sa ating Y component of motion, dito, Y component, ang kaya lang natin gamitin ay dalawa. Yun lang yung limitations. Dalawa lang dito yung pwede natin gamitin. Hindi natin sila pwedeng gamitin tatlo ng sabay-sabay kasi kung ang bitawag dito, magkakaroon sila nung parang yung formula kasi na to is derived from here, di ba? Or yung basically this formula is derived from here kasi may interrelationship sila. So parang magiging cyclic or paikot-ikot yung solving natin. Wala tayong masosolve. So the rule kapag Y component ang gagamitin natin, we can only use 2. Dalawa lang sa tatlong ito. Hindi ka pwedeng tumatlong equation. Dalawa lang lagi. Kaya pagka projectile yung problem, maximum na nating magsagot or maximum na nating solution for a single motion is tatlong equation. Okay? So, tatlong beses lang kada isang motion. From A to B, tatlong formula lang ang kailangan nating gamitin. Dalawa doon galing kay y component at yung isa galing kay x component. Si x component naman, isa lang naman yung formula ni x component. Okay? Sige. Let's move on. Punta tayo kay sample problem number 3. Sabi dito, a ball is thrown from A. If it is required to hit the wall at B, determine the minimum magnitude of its velocity, of its initial velocity VA. Okay. So, English unit tayo. Our gravity kapag English unit ay 32.2 feet per second squared. Sabi dito sa problem, meron daw bata na nag-throw ng ball, kailangan lumagpas dito sa top ng ating wall. Okay? So, hindi sinabi na yung wall ay yung maximum height. Ano? Ang sinabi lang, kailangan lumaging cleared sa 8 feet yung ating bola. Okay. Since may motion na tayo from A to B, i-analyze natin ito. Ang hinahanap sa atin ay initial velocity. Okay. So, unahin natin yung x component of motion kasi isa lang ang formula nito. Again, isa lang naman yung motion natin. Ano? Motion from A to B lang. Okay? Sa x component ng motion, sabi natin, isa lang ang formula dyan, x is equal to BOX T, where our BOX is initial velocity cosine, BO cosine 30 degrees. Okay? So, in this case, BA yung gamit. And our x here at this point B is 12 feet. So, we have here 12 feet equivalent kay BA cosine 30 degrees multiplied by time. So, unknown pa sa atin si time, kailangan nating hanapin si time. Okay? So, puntahan naman natin muna yung y component kasi wala na tayong formula for x. Okay, y component of motion tayo. So, ano ang meron tayo? Meron tayong initial height, meron tayong final height, 3 and 8 feet respectively. Meron tayong angle, okay? So, ano ang pwede nating gamitin? Hindi rin natin alam yung final velocity and initial velocity ay unknown. Pero alam natin that the gravity is 32.2. So, pwede ulit natin gamitin yung second formula which is the position as a function of time. So, YB is equivalent kay YA plus BYA or BAY, baliktarin natin. BA is the initial, BAY multiplied by the time of flight hanggang sa marating natin si point B, okay? Plus 1/2 ng negative GT squared, time of flight squared. So, our YB is 8 feet, okay? And then, our initial position on Y is 3 feet, okay? Our initial velocity, yung BAY natin is VA sine 30 degrees. So, we have here BA sine 30 degrees, okay, multiplied by the time t minus 1/2 ng 32.2 t squared. Okay, so meron tayong dalawang equation na pareho ang unknown, B, A, and T. Pwede nating solvein ito, okay? Pwedeng mag-substitute tayo. Let's say our T is 12 over BA cosine 30 degrees. So, papalitan natin lahat ng T nito. So, we have here 8 feet equal to 3 feet plus we have BA sine 30 degrees multiplied by our T na 12 over BA cosine 30 degrees, okay, minus 1/2 ng 32.2 multiplied by our T na 12 over BA cosine 30 degrees. So, sinubstitute lang natin, pinalitan lahat ng T. Now, here we can cancel yung BA kasi common sila. So, pwede na natin itong i-shift solve sa CalQ solving for BA kasi si BA na lang yung unknown. So, our BA will be, that is 8 alpha equal to 3 plus cancel na yung BA, so 12 sine 30 na lang yung may iwan sa atin over cosine 30. Okay? Minus 32.2 over 2 multiplied by 12 over alpha x cosine 30. Medyo matagal ang magiging solving nito kasi nasa ilalim yung ating unknown. Okay? So, ang tagal. Welcome to Canon. So, the process for projectile motion habang nag-aantay tayo ng processing ng ating mga calcu is just simple. I-analyze, mag-establish ka lang ng motion from A to B, B to C, na marami kang known. Tapos hanapin mo lang yung mga unknown using these three formulas. Yung tatlong derived formulas lang for constant acceleration. Actually, apat nga lang yung formulang kailangan natin tandaan eh. That x is equal to BOXT, and then we have V is equal to VOX plus, Y pala, sorry. Our Vy is equivalent sa Boy minus GT. Okay? Then we have Y is equal to Yo. Okay? Plus Voyt minus 1 half GT squared. Then we have Vy squared is equal to Boy squared minus 2Gy minus Yo. Ito lang lahat ng formula for projectile, and using mathematics and simple algebra, masosolve natin yan. So the answer for BA is 40.039 feet per second. So this is our initial velocity para maklear natin yung bola doon kay wall. So yeah, madali lang ang ating projectile. Meron pa bang tanong dito sa ating projectile? Wala na, nasagot na natin lahat ng question. We can now proceed with the next problem. So for problem number 4, ang sabi dito, as shown in the figure, a projectile of weight W was fired from A at an angle of 90 degrees. So perpendicular firing, from the inclined plane. So 90 degrees pala from the inclined plane. Okay? It lands at a distance of 70 meters from A as measured along the inclined plane. Determine the time the projectile reaches the inclined plane. So, ang tinatanong sa atin, if this is our point A, okay? This is our point A. Ito yung ating point B. Ang tinatanong lang is the time of flight from point A to point B. Okay? However, as we can see, inclined yung plane natin. Okay? So, since naka-incline yung plane natin, we have to consider the inclinity. So, ano-ano ang meron tayo? Unahin natin yung ating velocity. Hindi, alam natin yung angle na to. Okay? We can find this angle right here. Okay? What will be the value of this angle? Theta. Sabi, 90 degrees daw ito mula dito. So, we have to find this value, tas minus natin sa 90 degrees para makuha natin yung theta kasi theta should be measured from the horizontal. And this angle is also alpha. So, our alpha is, pwede tayong gumamit ng tangent, arctangent ng 5 over 12. We have 22.62 degrees. So, 90, bawas natin siya sa 90 kasi right angle daw sila kanina. So, ito ay 67.38 degrees na lang. Okay, sige. So, kunin natin yung BOY natin tsaka BOX. So, wala tayong velocity. Ang meron lang tayo ay distance. So, kung distance ang meron tayo, de kunin natin yung x component ng distance. So, that is x is equal to, kung 70 meters ito, yung ating hypotenuse, so our x becomes 70 multiplied by 12 over 13, which will give us 70 multiplied by 12 over 13. So the distance is 64.60615 meters. Ito yung horizontal distance x, while the vertical distance y is 70 multiplied by 5 over 13. So the vertical distance y is 70 multiplied by 5 over 13. We have 26.923 meters. So meron tayo ng position. Alam natin na yung XO is 0 at yung initial position ng Y ay 0. Okay, next. Ano pa yung ibinigay ng problem? I think wala na. Okay. So i-analyze muna natin yung ating horizontal motion. So x component of motion muna tayo kasi isa lang naman ito. Sa x component of motion, ang meron tayo is that x is equal to v o x t. Yan lang yung formula natin. So in this case, at a range of 64.615, okay, that is equal sa ating initial velocity na VO cosine 67.38 degrees times time. Okay, so we have VO in terms of time. Next, let's say this our muna equation 1, then proceed tayo sa y component of our motion. So ang alam natin ay position. So position pa rin yung gagamitin natin kasi hindi natin alam yung velocity rito eh. Okay? So wala tayong alam sa final velocity, so everything na involved, every formula involved yung final velocity, hindi natin magagamit. So for y component, we have yb is equal to ya plus bay t minus 1 half g t squared. So our yb sa final position natin is negative 26.923 kasi below siya nung ating datum line. Ito yung ating origin. That is equal to 0 yung ating initial position plus our bay that is bo sine 67.38 degrees multiplied by time minus 1 half ng 9.81 times our time squared. Okay? So pareho lang din nung kanina. We can substitute the value of time to solve for VO or we can solve for time directly. Baliktarin naman natin. Our T here, or sorry, our VO here is equivalent to 64.615 all over T cosine 67.38. So this is negative 26.923 equal to our VO is 64.615 multiplied by T cosine 67.38 multiplied by T. Meron pa pala tayong sine 67.38 degrees T minus 9.81 over 2 times T squared. So here, cancel na yung time na to. Ito na lang ang time natin. We can solve for time T equivalent to negative 26.923 alpha equal to 64.615 sine 67.38 over cosine. Dapat tinangent na lang pala natin yon. 64.615, 67.38 minus 9.81 over 2 times alpha x squared. Shift solve tayo. Let's try a value lang. Sobrang bagal ng ating calcul. Minsan nagsisisi akong bumili ng Canon eh. Bagal. The time of flight is 6.091 seconds and that is our answer for this problem. Alright, that ends our discussion for projectile motion. I hope na mag-aral pa kayo kasi napakaraming problem ng projectile motion. For now, let's study these problems first and try to solve more problems pa.